Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a solo hammock overnighter in an epic location. I've got a beautiful stream right behind me. It's windy, it's cloudy, it's rainy. It's definitely my kind of day. So to bring you guys up to speed, this is a location that I have been at before and I come here often, which means my truck is here with me today. It is about 100 feet behind the camera. However, I'm not going to be using the truck for anything other than transportation and gear storage. This is going to be the camp for this evening. So I do have a campfire just off to the side, or fire pit I should say. There will be a campfire there later on, which means I do need to collect wood. So I'm going to need a lot of firewood because I'm going to be cooking a big meal over that campfire later on this evening. And I think this tarp configuration for now is going to work. If it does come down with rain, I can sit right here and do all my stuff. The fire's right there. I can still cook on it. And then later on this evening, I may leave it open or I may shut the door all the way. It all depends what the wind does. So now that you guys are all up to speed, I do need to grab a few cooking items, get them over by the fire pit, and then grab my saw and go and collect some firewood. Alright guys, got the saw here. I'm just going to get it put together and head off into the forest and find some firewood. There is a bunch over here, I know that because the last time I camped here with my son, that's where we collected our firewood from. I just want to mention real quick, if you guys are not following the series of the truck camper build that I have in the back of my truck, definitely do so because things are about to get really interesting. I'll put the link in the description with the playlist so you can follow along. I am putting a wood burning stove in the back of this truck. There's a lot of fun things that come, but enough of that. Check out the playlist, follow along on the build. I will say I spent the very first night in this last week. Absolutely a dream come true, and it's not even finished yet. So check out the series. Let's go get some firewood. Well, I guess I didn't need to cut that one down. I really got to try knocking them down before I start cutting because that could have saved some time. And it almost took me out. So, that's one really good piece of hardwood. Now, as you can see, the area is full of dead standing and some dead laying. This piece of softwood right here is a beautiful piece, so we'll probably buck that up, haul it back to camp, and I think that'll be enough firewood. If I run out, I can always come back over here and stock up on some more. There's definitely no shortage. So I'm gonna grab that piece and probably this piece as well, get it back over to camp. That should be enough to get started with. Alright, so I've got a good mix of softwood and hardwood. This is an old piece of maple, very, very dense. Beautiful fine. It's got a nice check on the end of it too, so batoning this will be super easy. And it will also burn nice and hot for cooking without spitting a lot of embers because my tarp is relatively close. There's not really a pronounced breeze, so I can't tell which way it's going to go. But this hardwood will definitely help control that. So I'm going to finish cutting this, then I'm going to baton it up, get a small fire going, collect some water, and boil it up. All right, guys, I got a cup of hot chocolate on the go right now, and I'm just letting this fire burn down into some coals so I can start cooking supper. Supper tonight is going to be in the wok. It is going to be chili mac and cheese, Lone Wolf 902 style. So I'm going to let that do its thing, sip on this for a little bit, and then get the wok on there and start cooking. Okay guys, I've got all my stuff here. I did have to refrigerate some foods where I have been out away from home for 3 days. So the hamburgers are very cold. They're not frozen, but they are cold. So we've got some hamburger patties I'm going to cut up into cubes. I've got some pasta here. I've got some cheese sauce, some spices, and I've got a couple more things I've got to get out of my backpack. So this is going to be the makings of chili mac and cheese. A dish that I love making when I'm out in the woods, especially the way I'm going to make it. So let's get all this back over to the fire pit and put it together. Okay guys, here is my version of chili mac and cheese. What I've got here is pasta. I've got hamburger cut up into cubes. I've got 2 small red onion. I have 1 pack of cheese from a Kraft Dinner pack. I have black peppercorn, cayenne pepper, and chili powder. That's it. Super simple. All in one pot. The trick is, at the end, to bring it all together and let it thicken. So right now it's still kind of in that thickening stage. It looks really good though, and I cannot wait. Oh yeah, every time. Oh, and a big chunk of butter, probably about a tablespoon of butter. It's cheesy, it's beefy, it's spicy. Definitely good. Oh yeah. Well, this is a lot of food. I'm gonna chill out right here in the hammock, and I'm gonna eat all of it. Alright guys, supper's all done. I've already done my cleanup of my pot, my wok, and everything is also put away. So I'm feeling pretty good right now. I just got my cup and my pot and just small things. I like camp organized. It just peace of mind. I like staying organized. So I'm going to sip on my hot drink for a little while and let my stomach rest, because that was a ton of food. That was a lot. That was more than I even thought it was. So I am stuffed. I'm not going to be eating anymore for the rest of the evening. And that was a lot of food. So I'm going to relax, drink my drink, and probably just listen to the birds and the river. It hasn't started raining yet. It is forecasted to rain, and there are some very dark gray clouds up there. So hopefully it does rain tonight, because I'm looking forward to that relaxing sound. But for now, hot drink, fire. I'm going to relax for a little while. Alright guys, it's been a few hours. It is now starting to get dark out, so I'm just doing my last bit of cleanup. I've gone ahead and put my backpack and my pots and all my cooking utensils and everything inside of the truck for this evening. I'm not going to need anything over by the fire. Plus, I did cut up a bit more firewood, so I'm going to be sitting out there listening to the crickets. Hopefully we get some crickets and some frogs and maybe even an owl or two. That would be really great. And then I'm basically going to be hunkered inside of the hammock for the entire night. So what I'm doing right now is grabbing some flashlights. I've actually got 2 new flashlights that I've been testing for quite a while now. And I'm basically ready to share them with you guys. These are incredible. And I have a lot of flashlights from some very reputable companies. These are insane. So this is not a review. I just want to show them to you really quickly, just so you know what I'm working with here. So I've got this big guy, and then I've got this little guy here. These are incredibly bright. So I don't have the specs or anything with me now. Like I said, it's not a review or anything, but this guy is 8,000 lumens, and I believe this guy is possibly 3,600 lumens. So this is going to be my inside of my hammock flashlight, and this light, I'm just going to have some fun with this later on tonight. This is basically the light that I keep in my truck for off-roading, for driving at nighttime. If I need to get out of the truck and shine a light and check some things out, this thing throws light like crazy. I'll show them both to you later on tonight once it gets really dark out. But like I said, we'll have a review on these as well as more flashlights. I just want to get everything together so I know what I've got. So I know I got my headlamp up there. I need to get out of the truck. My saw is in the back, and a couple other things too. So I'm just making sure everything's in the truck, and then I can go hang out over there for the rest of the evening. So I'm going to get these ready and bring them over to the hammock and continue my night over there. Alright, well, the sun did come out for probably about 10 minutes as it dipped below the cloud line, and the trees did light up golden yellow for just a few minutes. And looking up at the sky now, it is completely gray, just like it has been all day. It still looks like it could rain, so who knows what's gonna happen. It should be interesting, and it is quite windy still too, so I think we're going to be in for some bad weather, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to be basically hanging out here for the rest of the evening. I've got a couple of snacks inside of the hammock I just put in there, and I'm going to enjoy those later on. Trying to get this piece of wood in there. So I got a movie on my phone as well that I'm going to be watching later on tonight, and I don't know if I'm going to get through that because I'm exhausted. I'm very, very tired. And I'm just looking forward to crawling in and going to sleep, to be completely honest. I do have 3 pieces of firewood underneath the tarp, right underneath the hammock. Just in case it does rain, I will have a couple pieces of dry wood in the morning to light the fire. Basically to get water for breakfast, and that's it. And it's going to be a rather quick morning. Probably just jump out, make fire, breakfast, get packed up, and then probably hit the road pretty early. So I'm going to relax here for a little bit, and I'll bring you guys back a little later on when it's dark out. And I want to show you these flashlights because they are insane. Okay guys, it is now dark out. I've got my headlamp in my hand, and I've got my flashlight on my shoulder. You know you're balling when your flashlight comes with a shoulder strap. And then I've got the other one on my hip. So this is my flashlight, or my headlamp, sorry. I'm going to come behind the camera, put this on turbo, and shine it towards the hammock. And then I'm going to switch to the small light, and then I'm going to switch to this big guy, show you guys how crazily insane this thing is at nighttime. Very, very bright. Check it out. Okay guys, so this is my headlamp on turbo right now. Not really a whole lot of light. Not really lighting up anything. So I'm going to shut this off, and I'm going to grab the small flashlight. And here we go. So this is on medium, I believe. That's on low. That's on high. Look at that. That is insane. That lights up the entire forest, and it goes way back there when you're in an open scenario. So that's the small flashlight. Now let me shut this off and get out the big guy, because this thing is where the show's at. All right, here we go. That is the big light. That totally lights everything up. This is on low. Strobe, that's on high. That's as high as it goes right there. And then it steps down. And then it steps down again. So this is on low. Very, very bright flashlight. Okay guys, so here's the light again. I can't see the camera at all, so just enough to get this shot, say goodnight to you guys. I'm gonna be crawling inside of the hammock. That underquilt is calling my name for sure. And it is actually starting to drizzle, so it might rain after all, but I'm gonna let this do its thing, and I'm gonna jump inside of the hammock now, get the flashlight put away, because that thing is just blinding my face. And I'm gonna have a good night. So I'll see you guys in the morning for breakfast. Good morning, everybody. It is another beautiful morning out here in the forest. I've already started on my breakfast and my hot chocolate, and I'm just kind of sitting back right now in the hammock. I've got the crackling campfire off to the side. I've got the river behind me. And man, last night's sleep was literally a dream come true. I fell asleep extremely quickly, And I remember just before I fell asleep, the owls came out. I could hear 2 owls in the distance calling to each other. I got the river in the background. I got a little bit of the crackling campfire, and the glow from that was actually coming through the white tarp. So that was pretty cool. And I was just laying here and then out. Fell asleep, and I gotta say, I feel much better. I feel much better today waking up with a full sleep. And like I said, I'm just doing my breakfast right now. I've got my hot chocolate down by my feet and my oatmeal. And I'm gonna do that and just take my time, kind of slow morning, and then pack up. Today is gonna be super simple because we're not hiking. I've got the truck here, so I'm just gonna grab all of my gear and just throw it in the back of the truck and deal with it when I get home. That'll make for a really easy pack up. And then I wanna get the wok full of water, dump it on that campfire, make sure it's totally out, and then it's gonna be hit the road. So I'm gonna finish up my breakfast and relax a little bit this morning. Alright guys, I am all packed up and I'm ready to go. So this was a pretty interesting trip. I was gone for 3 days, and then my last day landed here yesterday and decided to camp at a familiar location, set up the hammock over by the creek, had a really great time. So like I said, everything's packed up. I'm ready to hit the road, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Drop your questions and comments down in the comment section and I'll be sure to get back to you. Peace out guys.